Oh my god, you guys. Welcome back to our channel. Today is Monday, a beautiful day, but honestly, I am so stressed out I can barely function. I was literally just sitting here eating a handful of dry cereal because I couldn't even bother to pour milk before checking today's general hospital updates, and let me tell you, I am screaming. I dropped my spoon. My jaw is on the floor. We have to talk. Oh my god. I'm screaming. I literally cannot even process what I just watched. Okay, but listen. We need to talk about Harrison Chase right now because I am so mad at him I could honestly throw my remote across the room. He is at the Metro Court pool, and the sun is shining, people are swimming, and Chase is just completely ruining the vibe with his intense interrogation. I was eating dinner and literally choked when this scene came on. I had to pause and text my friend immediately because I was like, are you serious? Chase is cornering Lucy Coe, and he has a serious cop face on, and he is just relentlessly grilling her. He literally tells her, I wanted to ask you about the statement that you gave about Willow Kane. And I'm just sitting there like, Chase, let it go. Why is he so obsessed with this? It is actually driving me insane. He has this massive hero fixation when it comes to Willow, and it is so dramatic. And don't even get me started on Lucy Coe. The audacity. She actually perjured herself. Or, well, she would have been perjuring herself if she was actually under oath in a courtroom, but she went straight to the Port Charles Police Department and lied right to Detective Joe Fitzgerald's face. She told him she saw Willow on Route 91 in the area of Curtis and Jordan Ashford's wreck. I mean, my jaw dropped. Lucy is just out here spinning these wild tales to cover for Brooke Lynn, and it is so unhinged. I love it. But it's also like, girl, you are playing with fire. Brooke Lynn and Lucy have been trying so hard to dissuade Chase from his little crusade to save Willow, but it is totally not working. Chase is like a dog with a bone. He will not let this go, and I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, I just can't get over how messy this entire situation is. Brooke Lynn is literally sweating bullets because she knows she is the one who actually left the scene of the crash, and now her own husband is out here acting like Sherlock Holmes, trying to clear Willow's name. She is literally walking around the Quartermain mansion waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's actually hilarious, but also terrifying because Chase is going to be so heartbroken when he finds out his wife is the real culprit. I mean, she needs to get it together, I swear. She is digging a hole so deep, she's going to end up in the center of the earth. And Chase is just blindly defending Willow like she's some innocent angel. I can't breathe. It's too much. I'm dead. And circling back to Lucy Coe for a second, because I just remembered this, she is already dealing with so much corporate drama at Deception with Tracy Quartermain. Lucy and Tracy are constantly at each other's throats over the company, and now Lucy is risking actual jail time by perjuring herself for Brooke Lynn. Why is she doing this? She is putting everything on the line, her career, her freedom, her company, all to protect Brooke Lynn's secret about the hit and run. I am honestly shocked that Lucy would go this far. Usually she only looks out for herself, but she is really sticking her neck out here. If Tracy finds out that Lucy lied to the cops, she is going to use that to completely push Lucy out of Deception. I'm calling it right now. Tracy is going to win that corporate war because Lucy is being so reckless. Oh wait, before that happened, actually we have to talk about Curtis Ashford because I am so stressed for him. Curtis is seriously considering his defense for these assault charges, and things are looking so bleak. He is sitting there talking to Martin Gray, and let me tell you, the tension is thick. Curtis's previous attorney was completely useless. The best deal they could get him was a plea bargain with 2 years in prison. 2 years. And maybe he'd get out in 8 months if he's lucky. I was yelling at my screen, do not take that deal, Curtis. He has a new baby on the way. He cannot go to Pentonville. It is just not an option. So now Martin Gray is in the picture, and honestly, thank God for Laura Collins. She gave Martin the lead because he is fresh back in town and he needs a big case to work on. Martin is sitting there in his sharp suit looking all confident, and Curtis is just desperate. Curtis looks at him and asks, are you the lawyer who can do that? Can you actually save me from this nightmare? Martin thinks he can do better than the plea bargain, but is he really the lawyer who can get Curtis off these assault charges? He has to prove undue provocation by Isaiah Gannon, and we all know Isaiah's out for blood with that civil suit. Which is insane, by the way, because yes, Curtis punched Isaiah, and yes, it caused a grievous injury to his hand, but Isaiah was feeling Portia's pregnant stomach. Like, I would have punched him too. Honestly, I am so fiercely on Curtis's side here, but the law doesn't care about my feelings. Martin has his work cut out for him, and I am literally on the edge of my seat, waiting to see if he can pull off a miracle. Mark my words, this trial is going to be the most dramatic thing to hit poor Charles in months. I just hope Curtis doesn't do anything stupid in the meantime, because he is so stressed out he is barely thinking straight. Okay, where was I? Right, so back to Willow. She is having this super intense conversation with her mother, Nina Reeves, and she is updating her on their whole messy situation. Willow tells Nina that the best way to handle their problem is to use Chief Jack Brennan. And you guys, Nina's face, she looked absolutely crestfallen. Like, her heart just dropped into her stomach. I actually felt bad for her for a second. Willow was like, the best way to do that is with Chief Brennan, and Nina is just staring at her like she has seen a ghost. Because there is a massive, gaping problem with this plan, and it is honestly stressing me out just thinking about it. The problem is the evidence. Brennan promised them dirt on Drew Kane, which, by the way, Drew totally deserves, because he has been acting like such a cad lately, sneaking around and implicating Willow to the cops, but the evidence Brennan needs is missing. It was in that black box that disappeared with Ross Cullum. And Ross Cullum is dead. So the secret location of that box might have literally died with that duplicitous double agent director. I can't even deal right now. How are they supposed to neutralize Drew if the evidence is gone? Willow is going to suffer a massive setback, and Nina knows it. Nina's face just said it all. This plan is falling apart before it even begins. I forgot to mention earlier, but Elizabeth Baldwin is also completely wrapped up in this Brennan drama, and her scenes today were so good. She is hanging out with Lucas Jones, and honestly, poor Lucas. He is still totally coughing up and recovering from this massive hangover because he has been drowning his sorrows over Marco Rios dying for nothing. He looks so rough. He's probably wearing those dark sunglasses inside because the lights are too bright, and Liz is just sitting there being the supportive friend. But she is looking at this device like a small laptop or a tablet, and she is looking super suspicious. Someone sent her a message, and it is juicy. She tells Lucas that the person communicating with her said that he walked down on his own, and Elizabeth is just completely baffled. She doesn't understand how that can possibly be true. She is talking about Jack Brennan, obviously. Or maybe Drew Kane? But probably Brennan. Because Jack was just at the hospital fully functional after supposedly having a massive stroke and being locked in. He was literally there to talk to Jocelyn Jacks. Elizabeth is a nurse. Okay? She knows medicine. It does not make sense to her how someone can be completely locked in and paralyzed 1 minute and then just recover so quickly and walk out on his own. I am screaming because Brennan's entire stroke was a medical fraud. He faked the whole thing to stay hidden at Turning Woods, and now the hospital staff is figuring it out. Elizabeth is putting the pieces together, and I am so here for Detective Liz. She is going to blow this wide open. And Lucas is just sitting there with his headache, trying to process this information while his brain is pounding. I mean, between Jocelyn's betrayal and this Brennan news, Lucas is going through it. He needs a vacation, seriously. But Liz is not going to let this go. She is too smart for that. And then we have Jen Sidwell. Oh my god, Sidwell. He is currently sitting in jail, feeling so incredibly betrayed, and he has a visitor. He is literally fuming, asking, how could they sell me out like that? And I'm just watching him like, you're a criminal, dude. What did you expect? There's no honor among thieves. Chances are he is talking to Ezra Boyle, who called the ambulance after Cassius Faison knocked out Detective Joe Fitzgerald. Or maybe it's Jordan Ashford? Because the timeline said he confronts Jordan and she makes a dangerous admission. Whoever he is talking to, Sidwell is not happy. It's highly questionable that Ava Jerome would visit him because she already told him she stopped supporting him when he tried to kill her nephew. Ava is done with him, thank God. So it has to be someone else. But seeing Sidwell behind bars, acting like he's the victim here, is just top-tier soap opera delusion. He held people hostage. He is a menace. And now he's whining about being sold out. I literally rolled my eyes so hard I saw my brain. But, Sidwell is going to plot some insane revenge from his jail cell. He is not the type to just sit quietly and serve his time. Okay, finally, we have to talk about Sonny Corinthos and ADA Justine Turner. My jaw dropped during their scenes. Justine is seriously having second thoughts about her secret romance with Sonny. And can you blame her? She was just held hostage by Sidwell. That kind of trauma really changes a person's perspective. She realized that someone else holds her life in their hands, and being tied to a mob boss like Sonny is just putting a massive target on her back. She discussed this with Molly Lansing Davis earlier, and you could tell Justine is just terrified of what this relationship means for her life and her career. Speaking of Molly Lansing Davis, can we just take a second to talk about how she fits into all of this? Justine was talking to Molly earlier, and Molly is dealing with her own massive career decisions. Justine basically gave Molly this huge ultimatum to abandon her book tour with Cody Bell to prosecute Sidwell. So Justine is pushing Molly to take down the guy who traumatized her, while Justine herself is secretly hooking up with the biggest mob boss in town. The hypocrisy is actually wild. I mean, I love the drama, but Justine is playing such a dangerous game. Molly is probably so stressed out right now, trying to balance her legal career and her personal life, and Justine is just dumping all this pressure on her. It is literally too much to handle. They are sitting together at this table, and the lighting is all moody, and Sonny is giving her that intense, smoldering mobster stare. He literally asks her if she wants this to be the last time they see each other. I stopped breathing. Why would he do that? He is giving her an ultimatum. He's basically saying, are you in or are you out? And deep down Justine doesn't want it to end because the passion is so crazy between them, but she is so scared. I am yelling at my screen, Justine, run! Save yourself. But also, I kind of want them to stay together because the drama is just too good. I honestly don't know what she's going to choose. Sonny is so demanding, and Justine is trying to make a clean break, but he is breaking down her defenses. It is so dramatic. I can't even deal right now. Between Sonny's love life, Curtis facing prison, Chase ruining his marriage over Willow, and Brennan faking a whole stroke, Port Charles is literally on fire right now. I have to go lie down. I am emotionally exhausted. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I need to talk to someone about this before I explode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I will be back tomorrow with more updates, and I'm sure I'll be just as unhinged then.